What's up guys, I'm Roxette Arisa and welcome back to my channel. So today we are playing around with lots of fun stuff. As you can tell, it's a very different look for me, a very different video. It's very kind of unicorn inspired if I do say so myself. And yeah, I hope you guys are excited to see because I really wanted to do something outside of the box, just something very different than what I would normally do. I feel like it would be good for like festival season, although that wasn't really like the intention. It was kind of just me playing around with colors and stuff. But if you want to see how I achieved this makeup look right here, then just keep watching and don't forget to subscribe to my channel before we get started. Hit that little bell, you know the drill. See what I did there? Drill, bell, no? Anyone? Just me? Okay. But yeah, don't forget to subscribe and give this video a thumbs up if you already like it. And let's get into this video. For foundation, I'm going to be applying Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk in 7.5 all over the face and buffing it in with my beauty blender. I do want to keep it very luminous to go with the whole theme. And then we're moving straight to the eyes. So I'm going to take my MAC Pro Longwear Paint Pot. I know I'm gonna have to go through like transitional shades first just because I've actually tried to film this look 3 times and it just wasn't working out. So I think I need to ground it first with like some, you know, light browns and warm tones just before we go into the holographic fun. So I'm just gonna start buffing that paint pot onto my eyelids with the Morphe R32. Then I'm just going to pop a little bit of MAC Cosmetics Soft Brown into the crease so that we start that transition. Like I said, I have tried filming this video already and it just like wasn't really working out. So we're going to take a little bit of a different approach and I'm going to actually mix together a little bit of this Sigma eyeshadow. This is in the shade Shout with the BH Cosmetics Blacklight Highlighter Palette, and I'm going to be using the shade Electra, and I'm going to pop this little mixture onto the eyelid as our main base shade. Then I'm going to take the shade Illusion from the BH Cosmetics Blacklight Highlight Palette and start to blend that out. So I'm basically just popping that into the crease and I'm using a Sigma Small Taper Blending E45 for this step. Then digging into the Anastasia Beverly Hills Moonchild palette, I'm going to take Purple Horseshoe over here and basically do the same thing, but we're kind of just deepening up that shade that we already put down. And I am focusing a little bit more on the outer V for this step. Alrighty, so we've got our basic shape down, but I just want to like really spice it up a little bit more. So I'm pretty much just gonna start placing holographic shades all over the eyelid. Pretty much anything that I have from the ABH Moonchild palette, the BH Cosmetics Blacklight palette, and then I've also got some singles from Makeup Geek that came out with their holographic collection that I'm gonna be using. But this part is really the part that you can get creative with and just start playing with color, you know? Now I just want to enhance this orange a little bit more, so I'm going to go in with the Urban Decay Moondust Liquid Moondust eyeshadow, and this is in the shade Recharge, and I'm literally just going to place that onto that orange section and blend it out with my fingertip. Right now I feel like it's lacking some green. Like, I feel like I have all the other holographic shades except for green, so I'm just gonna really lightly place this. Well, not really lightly, but whoo! Crack myself up sometimes. I'm just gonna place this onto like this inner outer corner, if that makes sense. So like kind of like an inner V, and then blend it out. And I feel like this look does need a wing to kind of ground it and balance out all the colorful shades. So we're going to be using the Sigma Gel Liner in the shade Wicked and my Sigma E06 brush. Alrighty, wings are done. Next we're going to move to mascara, and I'm using the Maybelline, the Colossal Big Shot Volume Express. And I'm just going to do a really light coat of this and move straight to lashes. And today I'm going to be using the House of Lashes Iconic Lash. I know, what's new, but I don't know. They just like, they really do go with every look. So that is why I use them very often. Alright, we are good to go on the eyes. I actually really like how it's turning out this time, which is just, it's a really great feeling because I've already, you know, tried to film this video a couple times. So next we are going to be moving back to the face. I'm going to be using the Stila Aqua Glow Serum Concealer today, and I'm just applying that, you know, in the areas that I normally would, underneath the eyes and down the middle of the face to balance everything out and bring us back to life. I love how glowy and dewy this concealer leaves me, but we are going to set it with just a little bit of translucent powder. Where is my little guy? This has become my favorite translucent powder lately. It's from Dermablend and it's just called the Loose Setting Powder. It's so good. So I'm just going to apply that with a damp beauty blender and kind of press it into the skin where I need to set my makeup, so underneath the eyes and especially around the smile lines for me. This is where the look is gonna go like completely a different direction than a normal makeup tutorial, because we're not gonna be using contouring or bronzing or anything like that. We're actually gonna be using strobing technique just to, you know, highlight the high points of the face, but stick with that holographic feel. Do you feel what I mean? Do you feel what I mean? Really? That didn't make sense, but you know what I mean? Do you feel? That's kind of what I was going for. But I think the first thing that I'm going to use is this glitter from Sigma. So this is the Bewitched glitter. It's so pretty. So I've been dying to use it, and I'm going to be layering highlights today for this look, but this is the first one that we're going to be using. Then digging into the Anastasia Moonchild palette, I'm going to take Blue Ice and layer that on top of that glitter that we just put down. And then going into Lucky Clover underneath that, I'm gonna put that right underneath the highlights that we already put down. So we're kind of creating a gradient of color with all these holographic shades, which I think is so beautiful and, you know, very unicorn-like. I want the green to pop out a little bit more, so I'm gonna go back into the BH Cosmetics Blacklight palette and take the shade Laser right here and kind of go over that to layer it up a little bit more. I almost forgot to use my pride and joy right here. This is the Becca Cosmetics Shimmering Skin Perfector in the shade Prismatic Amethyst. So hard to remember for me, but I'm gonna take this and again layer that just on the very tip of the cheekbone. And with this shade, I'm actually going to bring it up towards the temple. I know this is very different, but we going big or we going home. Then I'm going to go in with Makeup Geek Sugar Rush from their holographic line, and I'm going to place this underneath the wing to kind of connect, because this is what I used for the brow bone highlight and the inner corner highlight. So I just want to kind of connect everything and bring the whole look together. And then to finish off the eyes, our lower lash line, I'm going to be using Hot Pants from Makeup Geek, and I'm just going to be kind of smoking this into the lash line and then adding on a really small coat of mascara. For the rest of the highlight, because obviously I did my cheeks all crazy, but we're not gonna actually do that for the rest of the face because I did try that on one of my attempts and it looked real smurfy real quick, so let's just put it that way. But I am going to be using sort of like a two-dimensional highlight. This is from MAC. I always forget I have this, but it's actually such a beautiful highlight. This is the Extra Dimension Skin Finish in the shade Double Gleam. It looks like it's, you know, kind of gold, but it actually has a pink sheen to it, but it's still subtle enough to wear whenever, you know? So this is what I'm gonna use for down the middle of the nose and also on the Cupid's bow. I do feel like we have to add a little bit more blue into the cheekbone highlight just because there's like nearly none. So this is the Sigma Loose Shimmer in the shade Airy, and I'm gonna place just the tiniest amount onto the tips of the cheekbones, and I'm using an eyeshadow brush for this because this shade, I found it really easy to make it look too smurfy last time. And one last step for the cheekbone highlight. I just want to make sure, you know, it's really perfect because this is my 4th time filming. So this is the Makeup Forever Starlit Liquid Highlighter in the shade 01, and I'm just going to take a little bit on my fingertip actually and place it onto the very top of the cheekbone. Whew, okay, we're getting somewhere here, guys. We're getting somewhere. So to finish off the look, I pulled out all of these Sigma lip switches because I didn't know, you know, which color would best suit the finished product, because I feel like with a look like this, you know, you kind of have like, you don't really have a color scheme. At least I didn't going into it. I kind of just let the creativity take over. But to really make these stand out, I like to go in with a nude liquid lipstick first. So this is ColourPop Naughty, and it's from their new collection actually. It's my first time trying it, but it looks like a nice nude. You want to keep with something pretty neutral because we're just gonna go over it with a holographic lip after. Okay, moment of truth. So on top of that liquid lipstick, I'm gonna apply this shade. Oh my gosh, see what I was telling you, that Smurf look? We bringing it back. This is the lip switch in the shade Transcend, and I am going to just go ahead and apply. Alrighty, and this is the finished look. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It was definitely outside of my comfort zone, but I think it's a really cool look, and honestly I think this would be cool for, you know, Coachella or music festivals in general, because I know right now is music festival season. so you know, keep this in mind. But I don't know, I just feel like I said a couple times during this video, I tried to refilm this video a couple times already and it just wasn't really coming together. But sometimes when you're thinking outside of your box and you're really trying to get creative, that's gonna happen, and you just gotta remember that, you know, it's makeup. No matter what, you can wash it off, and I feel like it's just fun to like play around and really expand your own personal creativity. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Give it a thumbs up if you did. I'll list all the products down below that I used, and I think that's gonna be it for me. Remember, you are beautiful inside and out. Love you guys with all of my heart, and I will see you next time.